200 students from the Chesterton Schools Network, which includes over 70 classical Catholic high schools across the U.S. and abroad, are back in the States after wrapping up their 10-day tour of Italy. Upper-class students from 12 academies throughout the U.S. had the opportunity to travel to Assisi and Rome, seeing relics and ancient churches. Over 200 students from the Chesterton Schools Network, which includes over 70 classical Catholic high schools across the U.S. and abroad, are wrapping up their 10-day tour of Italy. Father Joseph Johnson led the trip and joins me now to discuss some of the highlights. Father Joseph, thank you for coming on. Can you share some of the most special moments from the trip?
Well, I think one of the best things was early on, we were able to be at the Wednesday audience with our Holy Father. And I think it was so special to the kids to be able to see that an American Pope is there. It just gave a sense of the universality of the church, both with a Pope from our own homeland, but also the universality of the people, pilgrims from all over the world that were there as well. So it's not that we're just claiming the Pope as ours, we're part of one big spiritual family. As the Holy Father went through the square in the Pope Mobile, he saw this big wave of people wearing blue Chesterton sweatshirts, and he saw Chesterton, and he stopped and he said, "Chesterton?" And the kids just were so happy, and they actually were able to give to his security guard an extra Chesterton sweatshirt. So who knows? Maybe the Holy Father is wearing that in the papal apartments tonight.
Wow. Well, you know, he does like to work out too. So what an incredible moment for the students and also historical. So can you just talk a little bit again about the importance for your students to be able to have this opportunity?
Well, going to a Catholic classical academy, part of it is a capstone to their intellectual development. They've always been studying about ancient Rome. They've studied all of the history of the church. And so to actually see the Forum, the Colosseum, to see all these places where so much history happened, but then also to see the lives of the saints. You know, right now we're in Assisi and praying at the tomb of St. Francis, and to be able to experience all of that, not just as things on a page in a book, but rather that this is a lived experience, this is a reality, and that God picks people like them to raise up to be saints today as well.
A absolute great memento there. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Chesterton Academy Network and how many U.S. schools took part?
So there are about a dozen schools that took part. We have 5 busloads of students here. So it's the seniors is a capstone experience. There are over 70 schools now. It started just with one school in the Twin Cities, but it's a model that has had a great popularity. It's a parent-led model in conjunction with the local diocese, but it's a classical curriculum. It's Catholic Mass every single day, but it's also affordable. We don't want Catholic education to just be for those who are wealthy, but really do so much to try and keep the cost down so that any parent that wants to send their child to a Catholic high school can do so.
Father Joseph Johnson, thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you.